49ers shock the league with potential Pro Bowl defensive end signing.
Let me ask you something before we go any further. Have you noticed how quiet it feels right now around the San Francisco 49ers? No chaos. No panic. No desperation headlines. And that is exactly why this moment matters. Because the most dangerous teams in the NFL are never loud when they are about to make a move. They are quiet, calculated, focused. And right now, the 49ers are sending off subtle signals that something bigger may be coming.
This is not a rumor video built on wishful thinking.
This is about reading behavior, front office behavior, roster behavior, timing behavior. And all of it points to one possibility that would absolutely shake the NFC. A potential Pro Bowl-level defensive end entering the picture. Now, slow down, stay with me, because this is where most fans get it wrong. Championship teams do not add talent because they are weak. They add talent because they are close. And the 49ers are close. Look at where this team is right now. The offense is functional and explosive without being reckless. The quarterback is playing within structure. The defense is still one of the most feared units in football. This is not a team searching for identity. This is a team protecting momentum. But here is the uncomfortable truth every contender eventually faces. The deeper you go into the season, the thinner your margin becomes. One injury, one exhausted pass rusher, one fourth-quarter drive where the pressure does not get home. That is how seasons end. And the 49ers know this better than almost any franchise in football. They have lived it. So when a roster move happens that looks small on the surface but comes at this specific moment in the calendar, that is when alarms should quietly go off in your head. Because timing tells the truth when words do not. Right now, teams around the league are doing one of two things. They are either evaluating for the future, or they are fortifying for the present. The 49ers are clearly doing the second. Let's talk about the defensive line for a moment, because this is the heart of the story. This defense is built around pressure, not blitz pressure, not scheme pressure, personnel pressure, four-man rush, relentless waves, no escape lanes. That philosophy does not change in the playoffs. It becomes more important. That requires depth, real depth. And that is why the idea of adding a proven, experienced defensive end, someone who has already been to the Pro Bowl level, matters so much more than fans realize. This is not about sacks on a stat sheet. This is about fourth quarters. This is about third and long. This is about closing games when everyone in the stadium knows what is coming. Now, here's where this conversation gets uncomfortable for the rest of the league. The 49ers do not need this move to survive. They want it to dominate. There is a massive difference. If this were a rebuilding team, the discussion would feel desperate. If this were a struggling defense, it would feel reactionary. But this feels intentional. It feels like a front office saying, we know exactly who we are, and we are not letting fatigue decide our season. Think about playoff football for a second. How many times have you seen a great defense wear down because the rotation shortened, because snap counts piled up, because one injury forced players into roles they were never meant to play? That is what this move would prevent. A Pro Bowl caliber defensive end changes rotations.
It changes game plans. It changes how offensive coordinators script their first 15 plays. And maybe most importantly, it changes confidence inside the locker room.
Because when players see management still investing, still pushing, still refusing to settle, it sends a message.
This season matters.
This window matters.
This team is all in.
Now let's address the part fans always ask about.
Why would a Pro Bowl level player even be available?
And the answer is simple.
Veteran players with experience want two things late in their careers:
Meaningful football and a real chance to win.
The 49ers offer both. They are stable, they are respected, they are coached well, and they have a clear identity. For a defensive end who understands the grind of the season, that matters more than money or headlines.
And that is why this possibility is very real, even if it is not confirmed. Front offices do not leak these things intentionally, but their actions speak loudly.
Small roster moves create flexibility.
Flexibility creates opportunity.
Opportunity creates surprise.
This is how real NFL business works.
Now let me pull you in closer here, because this next part is critical for retention and understanding.
If this signing happens, do not expect fireworks. Do not expect a press conference designed to shock you.
Expect calm. Expect professionalism. Expect phrases like adding depth and improving the rotation.
But make no mistake, it would be a statement.
A statement that the 49ers are not waiting for injuries to force their hand.
A statement that they understand exactly how brutal the postseason becomes.
A statement that they are not satisfied with being feared. They want to be finished last.
And that is why the rest of the NFC should be paying attention.
Because a confident 49ers team that is still adding pieces is a nightmare scenario. That is not a team hoping things break right. That is a team engineering outcomes.
Now let me ask you directly. How many teams can realistically say they are improving while already winning?
Very few.
Most contenders spend December managing damage. The 49ers appear to be minimizing it before it happens. That is elite thinking.
And whether this specific signing happens tomorrow, next week, or not at all, the intent behind it tells us something important.
This franchise believes its championship window is open right now. Not next year.
Not after more development.
Now. And teams that think this way usually do not stop at one move. So keep your eyes open, not for leaks, not for fake insiders, but for patterns.
Because this story will not explode loudly. It will unfold quietly.
And then suddenly, it will make sense.
That is how real NFL surprises happen. Stay locked in.